My wife was always cold and distant. 50 years of marriage and she never once said she loved me. Until the day I lay dying at 70, I forced one last smile and asked her, "In 50 years of marriage, did you ever love me, even for a single day?" She hesitated. I already had my answer. I looked around at all the kids and grandkids Licia and I had raised together, then said my final words to her. If I could do it all over again, I never want to love you. And just like that, I closed my eyes and lost consciousness. When I opened my eyes again, I'd been reborn, back in high school. This time, I swore I'd never get involved with Licia. But 3 months before the college entrance exam, she suddenly transferred to my class and insisted on sitting right next to me. I instinctively slid my chair away, trying to put some distance between us. She grabbed me by the collar. "Yangjian, why'd you die so fast? You asked me something and I never got to answer." I settled into this young body and glanced around at classmates focused on their lesson. This wasn't a dream. Maybe it was because of how desperately I wanted this before I died. I actually came back. Since heaven gave me this second shot, I was never getting involved with Licia again. Last life, the Li family's company hit some trouble, so they proposed a marriage alliance with my Yang family to lock in a business partnership. Licia was the star student of our high school, top of the class, and later became a world-renowned violin maestro. Me? I was the slacker in the back row by the window, barely scraped into a third-tier college. After graduation, I just followed my dad's plan, joined the family company, and eventually took over his role. Since Licia was both gorgeous and well-mannered, my dad was more than happy to agree to our marriage, and honestly, I was on board too. But back then, Licia already had someone she loved, Ligia. My family forced them apart and made her marry me instead. Licia was never happy after the wedding. No matter how good I treated her or how much I did, she never once gave me a smile. So on my deathbed, I asked, did she ever love me even one day in 50 years? Turns out, 50 years of love still wasn't enough to move her. This life, I'm done. But I won't touch the business deal between our families, because a few years later, the Li family's company blows up way bigger than anyone expected, and the Yangs ride that wave hard, so the partnership's worth keeping. I just won't get in the way. I just don't need them selling their daughter off to me. This time around, all I need to do is lock in and study, make up for what I lost last life. Then use 50 years worth of knowledge to finally make my dad's dream happen, taking the company global. So in the months leading up to the exam, I studied like a madman. My classmates were shook. I was like a completely different person. One of them called out, "Young Jian, you're not shooting hoops after class, not hanging out after school? Bro, are you possessed?" I time traveled back from 50 years in the future. Not getting into a top university was my biggest regret. I'm fixing that. My deskmate clearly thought I lost it. "You, the back row slacker, want to get into a top university? Yeah, keep dreaming." Half a month later, my dad called and said to come home early. We had company. He told me to grab some gifts a girl would like. I already knew it was Licia. Last life, I figured we were still in high school, so lipstick and designer bags felt off. I went all out and bought bags full of stuff. Stuffed animals, trinkets, you name it. Licia just gave it one cold glance and said, "Childish, I can't even imagine how miserable life would be with someone like you." This life, I still showed up with bags full of stuff. Except way more childish this time. RC cars, Barbie dolls, basically all toys for little kids. I hauled everything back home. My dad saw me walk in loaded up and gave me a knowing wink. Then, playing dumb, he goes, "Son, it's your first time meeting Xiaoran and you already brought all this? How come I never get this kind of treatment?"